Welcome to the Design Vault, a show about the past, present, and future of design. The Design Vault is a conversation hosted by Shum and Thamer Abanami, reflecting on iconic products and ideas from the past and rethinking them from new perspectives.
Hey, Albert, you ready?
Hey, Thamer, how you doing?
I'm good. It's about time we get this show on the road. We've been working on this podcast for a while. We had some good conversations and we have more to come. But we want to make sure there was an episode that explains everything. What are we doing? Who are we? Etc. So, what is this podcast, Albert?
Well, I'm excited to get this podcast going because I think there's so much to talk about. And as product makers, through our collaborations over the years, I've always enjoyed our conversation about not just the design work that we're doing, but also looking back on how did these products came to be and really reflect on some of the iconic products that shaped our lives. And because I always took that as inspiration and we have to learn from our past, kind of build on it in order to improve the future.
When you mentioned this idea that you had about a podcast, what I really liked about what you were saying is, hey, we're in this time of change. And used to be, the focus used to be with physical goods, physical era, then digital era. Now things are changing rapidly. We're not just digital. We're not just cloud. We're not just software. We're not just hardware. There's a lot of stuff going on with AI. There's a lot of stuff going on with systems and designing for systems. So I think this is really interesting how you were thinking about how we look to the past to shape what comes. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. And actually, I do think a key part of our job as designers, as makers, is actually navigating through change because technology comes and goes. There's always going to be the next cycle. There's always going to be something new around the corner. And I think it's so important to build on those learnings. And I had the fortune in my career to go through the whole physical to digital transition. I think as a product designer, coming from the school of Bauhaus, like how we make things was so important. And then when we enter the digital world, I think sometimes we forget where the materials that we actually use to shape our digital experiences. And I think it's really important to kind of share those lessons by looking at past products, what made them great, what made them iconic, but more importantly, what gave those products real meaning and real value to people.
Yeah, and so for people who are tuning in, the way this podcast is going to go is product by product. We picked some products that we think have interesting stories and some learnings from that product. Some of these episodes will have interviews with people who are involved with this or have better knowledge about this. And we're really excited to share this with you.
Yeah, and I'm excited. There's so many exciting products, but also, like you said, the people behind the products are actually, to me, the more inspiring. All the hard work that goes into, as you know, to make a great product. It doesn't just happen magically by one person. It takes teams of people and thousands of decisions and oftentimes that grind to craft that perfect product. It's something that I appreciate and hopefully our audience will appreciate too.
I think it's going to be fun. And one of the things I wanted to share with you, Albert, is I'm a pretty private person. I would never wanted to do a podcast. But when we had coffee a few months ago and you had this idea, I thought, you know what? I would love to do it with you. And the reason I would love to do this podcast with you, Albert, is we've worked together now, I think 16 years, 15 years. We've known each other for a long time and we worked together on so much crazy, like we worked on some of the craziest stuff, like some of the stuff we can't talk about because it's confidential. Some of it is beautiful failures. Some of them are beautiful successes. But we've worked across hardware and software and services and strategy and businesses and organizations and things like that. And I just really enjoy working with you because I think one of the things that I liked about a lot of what we did is you looked at problems holistically. You kind of came at it from multiple disciplines. And that's kind of how I think too. And I kind of found a kindred spirit. And I'm excited to do this podcast.
Yeah, likewise. And I think the part I also really enjoy working with you, Thamer, is this idea that it's okay not to know. It's the journey. I know it's kind of cliche, but but going with that kind of mindset of like, hey, things are ambiguous. We don't know the answer, but we're going to figure it out together. And I want to take that approach to this podcast, that we'll learn things together. We'll find certain things insightful. Some might not, but through it all, I think it's really this idea of that, hey, we're going to learn together. And that's what excites me about design, that you have this opportunity to continue to apply our creativity, to have this great discussions and learn together.
Now, I had some doubts. We talked about, this podcast and let's do this. And I think there was a question, which was, does the world need another design podcast?
Well, does the world need any more content? I think in this new age of anything can be generated, I think the human conversation is still so important. And I think hopefully the audience out there will be part of that conversation. We want to make this, again, a way for us to learn together. This is not us disseminating our insights, but really this is more of a forum for us to kind of, again, take the learnings from the past, bring them towards what we're doing today, and then think about the future together. And hopefully, if we do that well, I think we're going to create something really special.
I agree, Albert. I'm really excited to get this started. Really, I don't think anybody has an excuse not to tune in, especially the first episode. Thank you for listening. And we look forward to your continued listening and for you to join the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. The Design Vault is brought to you by hosts Albert Shum and Thamer Abanami, and is produced and edited by Romina Hakim, Toño Tellez, and Poonam Patel, with music by Red Lips Media, brand design by Rafael Poloni. Join the conversation on social media at the Design Vault Podcast on X and Instagram. You can find links to today's show notes and every past episode at thedesignvaultpodcast.com.